How's it going, guys? Today I wanted to talk about something else entirely for my YouTube channel. I think will be extremely mandatory for a lot of those people that are experiencing Hell's Itch. Now, if you already know what the hell is Hell's Itch, I will be also providing a solution how to resolve it as well. Now, I do want to tell you as well how I encounter with this issue that it's so unbearable, it's so awful. Like, there are some people say, a lot of women especially say, like, pregnancy and during that pregnancy anyway, it's the woman's worst painful moment. It's probably is their very most worst. For men, like for real, it's better to get kicked in the balls really hard instead of you experiencing a Hell's Itch. It's that bad. For real. Oh my god, I wish for all of you not to experience what I have experienced just there, a couple minutes ago. It was so bloody bad. Oh. Anyway, let me explain first of all what the hell is Hell's Itch. Hell's Itch is basically like whenever you get a suntan, a sunburn, mind you, a couple of days later you encounter with this uncontrollable itch that you just simply need to scratch to the brink of the point that you're pretty much in so much agony and so much pain that you will be now you're actually scratching your burn marks and everything, that redness, and it gets worse and worse and more fucking painful to the point that you'll be bleeding. It's that awful. So let me tell you my story anyway. So one day I woke up, it was 2 days ago. I woke up, I wanted to go to get some suntan. It's summer, I felt like, getting a bit of suntan. I went down to the beach in the morning and I went there and I fell asleep. Just simply on the sand, fell asleep. 3-4 hours passed by. I did not put any lotions for the protection of the sun. Fucking dumbass. My god. But anyway, I woke up on my side, my front, my body, my shoulders, the front, a little bit of my face, but my face didn't experience this issue, thankfully. It was god awful. It was super red. I look like a goddamn tomato right now, seriously. So after that, I went straight back home. I didn't experience any agony. I didn't experience any pain. Just slight uncomfortness that is, heat up. Like when you guys experience a sunburn. So the next day I wanted to go to sleep, right? The next day, because the first day when I got the sunburn, it was okay, I slept fine. But the next day I started having difficulties of sleeping because, it kind of prevents your movements due to the fact that when you do too many movements, or maybe on the side that you're laying and there's a sunburn, it's actually quite painful as well for you to fall asleep or to keep sleeping. And mind you, for me, it was all my front and my sides, I should say my shoulders especially. So it's already extremely difficult for me to sleep in that sort of position. I have to lay down like a soldier and something. It's crazy. But anyway, so I tried to sleep. It was a very difficult time to go through. So anyway, today in the morning, I woke up. It was the same scenario. It was pretty bad. So I've decided to get some kind of cream, after sunburn cream. So I applied it to myself. You can see in here in the image what the cream I've used is. Comes with an alloy that really helps you as well for the the pain and that feeling anyway. So I applied it to myself. It really did not help. So I felt like there was a lot more pain or something, like uncomfortness, more or less. I've decided to, maybe because of this cream, maybe there was some kind of allergic reaction to this I was experiencing. Maybe my skin was so sensitive at this moment that this cream simply would not help. I decided to go for a shower really quick, wash it off. I've done it so everything was fine after. In this case, because I still felt that little slight of uncomfortableness, I decided to go with this cream. This cream is actually used for babies, like kids, I should say, when they experience the sunburn. And mind you, my initial thinking, I was thinking that basically this will help me because it's not as strong as the one I have used before, the first one anyway, the cream. So I applied it to myself, I put it all over my red, sunburns and everything. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be showing you the images on my body, it's Jesus. I'm just giving you an example as you're seeing it in front of you. So basically, I applied it. A couple of seconds later, I started scratching badly. Seriously, I was so scratching myself, like I wasn't like massaging my burn marks, right? Like my sunburn. I was scratching with my fingernails. It was so bad. It was awful. It was agonizing. Oh, the agony was unreal, and I had to keep on doing it. No matter the way I had to go about it, I must scratch the hell out of myself. So at some points, like all over my body, on my shoulders, all simultaneously, they needed to be scratched. I was scratching like I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. I looked like a retard, and that was so bad. I couldn't hold the pain in. At some point, it was like fucking annoying. I was like pissed off and everything. The pain was getting worse because, like, think about it, right? You have a sunburn. If you touch it simply, already it feels a little bit uncomfortable and can be painful as well. But I'm scratching it with my fingernails. Imagine if you keep on doing that, you will be bleeding, and the pain will be awful. And because when you scratch where you have burned your skin, you are opening up the skin cells, the tissue, and you're only preventing the infection to come in, and so in the future it will only get worse. So I started quickly looking up the solutions on how to get rid of this, like this Hell's Itch. That's the name of it. I looked it up. A lot of the first thing pops in and it just says like use aloe vera, and maybe that can help. Well, they didn't say exactly like that. Just the first thing pops in. I couldn't read the whole thing. I was in agony. So I started looking up on the internet and helpful ways to get rid of this itchiness, that awful goddamn itchiness. Mind you guys, I was at the same time while I was itching and scratching myself at the moment while I was looking up and researching this situation. Like I was up for anything. Please give me a solution, something. I don't know what the hell I need to do to get rid of this an agonizing scratch. It was just not a scratch, it was a whole body, whereas all my red marks of the sunburn, it was all there. It was awful. So I looked it up really quick. The first thing I looked up and says aloe vera that will be able to help you as you apply it. I started looking in my kitchen and see aloe vera, something. And I remember that there's a shower gel that you can use that also comes with aloe vera. I remembered I went into the shower really quickly, poured just slightly cold to warm water, and it wasn't too cold, wasn't freezing definitely, and I applied aloe vera on me. At the same time while I was washing myself and scratching at the same time. So I was doing it at the process, and for some reason it was only getting worse, and I was like, what the hell is going on? I was shocked. But anyway, I took a brush, not a brush, but basically, to make sure that I could apply it deeper into my skin or something, and that really did not help. That actually was worse. After that, after I actually realized that was actually the worst possible thing to do, because I was opening out my skin tissue in a cellular level, and so I was applying this aloe vera. So the agonizing of the painful experience was only there for much longer. So after that, I stopped applying aloe vera. I was still in the shower. It was a little cold-ish water, and a couple 20 minutes later, I say about, I needed to get out, but I still was scratching the hell. At least it wasn't as bad, because I feel like maybe I got rid of the cream that I applied to me before. That's why it kind of had that reaction, and so I was on like that feeling I needed to get rid of. So that cream came out, so maybe that actually helped. So I contacted my mom, and she told me like, okay, use kefir. I don't know what it is to translate in English, guys, but I will show you the image. And this is what kefir is basically. It's you apply it. It's used for food. Basically, it's like a yogurt, but it's very creamy and very watery, so to say, right? It's not thick cream. It's not. I'm close. It's actually good. You need to have like very little thick cream as possible to apply something for your skin when you're experiencing this reaction or this issue. So I was applying it to myself. This cold cream really has helped me for real. So instead of itching it, my body anyway, I started actually massaging it and felt just fine, relieved, finally. Oh, so much better. 1 hour later, I was like, what the hell? I'm doing exactly the same thing. It's not reducing. Maybe I need to keep on doing it, over time, this pain, this itchiness will just, will disappear on its own. So I kept on doing it, it really did not help. So I started continuing looking for solutions on how to get rid of this hell's itch. A lot of people were recommending to just simply go into the shower and make sure it's hot as hell as much as possible, that you will be able to wash it all off with the same degree. Okay, so I've done that. I went into the shower, almost extremely hot shower, as bearable as I could. Went to the shower. 5 minutes later, maybe not even, I'll say 2 minutes later, I got out the shower. I was not touching my skin anymore. I wasn't touching the sunburn. I was so relieved. Oh, the moments when you feel like you lost something and you never will be able to bring it back. That feeling just came back to me, and that, wow, the sensation and such a giant relief. All I needed to do was just to go into a very, very hot shower. That's all, and that would have helped. Mind you guys, I do want to mention this other thing. Do not use for example, cold showers. They really don't help, and that's the truth. I've used cold-ish shower. That's why I didn't see these results. But also, on top of that, there are some other ingredients that you could be using, for example. And I think it would just be simpler just to go and have an extremely hot shower, as hot as you can, hold it in, and a couple of minutes or so, all this itchiness will be gone. And mind you as well, every 2 hours or 4 hours or so, go for the extreme hot shower once again and again and again until you don't feel that weird sensation. Like currently, I have my very first hot shower, and I still have this kind of weird sensation, as I mentioned, that weird feeling. I kind of want to touch myself, but also I don't. And yet, if I do touch myself, it feels relief. Okay, that's fine. It doesn't feel too bad. Just very gently. It feels just fine. That's it, it's gone. But after a few minutes, or maybe even after 20 minutes or so, the feeling comes back. And now that's when you okay, maybe I should take a very, very hot shower once again, until you are confident that feeling, that itchiness, will completely be gone from your system. As well, I do want to mention this is not actually due to the reason of the sunburn that makes you want to itch yourself to hell, but it's actually because of your brain, a chemical reaction of how it interacts and how you are going about. For me, it was a little bit different. For other people as well, it was different, because for other people, if they're experiencing this, it could be because of the lotion that they applied, like it was for me. That was the same case for me. The lotion was the big problem. The second thing is simply because of the natural causes of the sunburn. After 2 days, usually that's when it happens, this extreme itchiness. That's why you call it hell's itch. I hope I have explained my experience a little in detail as possible, and so you can guys as well prevent this situation ever happening to you, so you don't have to experience what I did. It's seriously, guys, getting kicked in the balls very, very hard is far better than experiencing a hell's itch. It's god-awful. Oh, yes, you remember there's a leaf? I'm not too sure what's it called. If you touch it and you get that itchiness for quite a while. No, that doesn't come close to what I've experienced. Oh, God. Seriously, guys, I do not want any of you to experience what I've experienced. It's god-awful. It's so god-awful. God damn it. Anyway, I think I'm going to let you go. I'm going to take another hot shower right now. Hopefully this will completely be out of my system, and I will be able to get a good night's sleep as well. I don't know how I'm going to get a good night's sleep after this. So much happened. Well, anyway. Oh, yeah. Just make sure you take a lot of water as well. Drink a lot of water. That definitely can help. And paracetamol might be as well for the pain relief. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go now. Have an awesome day. Like and subscribe. And yeah, have a good one.